Hi everyone. It occurred to me that some people may regret their decision to become a, a female or a male and make that transition. So I looked up if people regret it, and there was a website, and some people have regretted it. And then there's this whole thing called detransitioning. So this is a whole page of people who are detransitioning. They stopped taking the hormones, and it is really interesting. So are people confused? I mean, this is confusing to people who want to be accepting also, because, you know, we have to be sure we use the right pronouns, right? But if they detransition and go back, then we have to switch back to the old pronouns. I mean, that's confusing for us too. And maybe that's why they want to stop calling or stop using pronouns for anyone. But what is going on in the world, with society, with humanity? Look at all these confused people. I would say that this is confusing. And they are confused if they change their minds. So, I don't know. It's pretty weird. But one thing that is true, if they start taking hormones, they have to take them for the rest of their lives to, like if they take testosterone. Otherwise, they revert back and become more feminine. And then I was thinking, you know, people who have problems and they think, oh, I feel like a woman trapped in a man's body, but then they just say, okay, one guy, he just said, I have to accept the fact that I am a feminine male. So instead of transitioning, why don't they just give them a little testosterone boost and lay off soy and avoid plastics and those kinds of things that affect the hormones. And I mean, something is definitely going on. And this one here, she supposedly was the youngest woman in Britain, only 16, to have a full transition. And I think she's decided to go back. And so, you know, okay, lopping off male genitals and creating a vagina, and then deciding to go back to be a man, and then creating a new penis and male genitals. Oh my gosh. And look, this person here, she's had her breasts removed. This is all painful stuff. This is humanity. And, you know, it's not just perfection like in magazines, which are totally messing with people's imprints on their subconscious and subliminally. Deep down. How do we know that Bruce Jenner wasn't hypnotized at some point? You know, I mean, how do we know this is not some plot? Well, oh yeah. So I read about this person. Oh yeah, what else I wanted to say about it is this is big business even. I mean, it's a huge business. It costs $50,000 or more for a surgical procedure to become a different sex, not to mention the hormone therapy, what that costs to maintain that. So Do you think the people who are getting rich off this enjoy the money? I wonder. I really wonder. And then the other thing is, this one guy, his name is Andrew, and I read about him on his personal story somewhere, and he was being wheeled into surgery on a gurney. And his sister was screaming in the background, "Oh, please don't do it, please don't do it, what are you doing?" And he had an epiphany at that moment, and he told the doctor, "Oh, wait a minute, I think I'm doing the wrong thing. I think we should stop it." And he said the only thing he could remember was the doctor stroking his cheek and saying, "Oh, it's natural to be afraid. Don't worry. Everything's going to be okay." And then the next thing he knew, he woke up. And he was sure that the doctor had paid attention to him. But he put his hand down between his legs, and it was all bandaged up, and he just like freaked out and went, "Oh my goodness." I'm sure he said, "Oh my God." But, you know, there's no turning back. You know, this is like fortunes. People are spending fortunes on their difficult confusion. So this guy, he went to a woman and then he went back again, and he had everything. He was like he has a website called something about regrets, transgender regrets or something like that. And he said he had everything, you know, business, cars, wife, family, everything. And he took this step, lost everything. And then he put up this website, and he's about transgender regrets. And then most people that get on there, I read some of the comments on his YouTube video, and they just said, "You were never a transgender in the first place." So, do the powers that be have anything to do with this manipulation of the psyche? I think they do. I think they love this because it's can borderline on evil and torture, and it's not of God. Definitely not of God. So I don't know. People end up committing suicide, can't live, miserable. Retransition. What does that mean? They transitioned, they detransitioned, and then they retransitioned. Oh my gosh. People can't make up their minds. Dear God in heaven, the one true God, I just pray that you have mercy on everyone who's going through this emotional, mental confusion and torture. Is Jesus real? Okay, here it is. Sex, change, regret. But can you imagine begging the doctor right at the last moment? Gender dysphoria. Begging, and little kids are saying, "Oh, I have dysphoria." So where'd they get the word? And little kids are, the parents are, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know. And dysphoria. I forgot what I was going to say now because I interrupted myself. Well, And people are so insistent, and I have to say I can understand that, because I have made mistakes, big ones, mostly about money. And I had people saying, I don't think you should do that. And I'm like, no, I know this is good. I trust this person. I know this is it. And I just would not listen to anybody. And ended up, let's see, how many small fortunes have I lost now? I would say 1, 2, 3. At least 3 small fortunes, because I was insistent on doing what I thought was good and the right thing to do. It was all wrong. At least I'm not doing something like this, though. But our minds can become obsessive. And someone said focus is sacred. And I've believed that for a long time. Maybe I made that up. I don't know. Focus, because obsession, you can become obsessed with just love for God, love for helping people, love for doing good things, or you can become obsessed with your nose. A lot of people who get plastic surgery, they have such a belief in their mind about their nose. For example, I'm just using this as an example. They will go get surgery to reduce the size of their nose, and they have the bandages on for a few weeks or whatever, and they finally take them off and look in the mirror, and they are angry because the doctor didn't do anything, because they're still seeing their nose like it is in their mind. This is how powerful our minds are. And then I've mentioned this other story before. I was teaching art in high school, and the students were drawing their self-portraits with mirrors, using mirrors. They look in a mirror and they draw their self-portrait. Look in the mirror, continue drawing their self-portrait, and they're looking at all the proportions and everything. And I have to tell you that many students in that class, mainly girls, drew cartoons, like Japanese anime. They would look in the mirror, and what they drew, thinking what they see in the mirror of themselves is big eyes, big heads, and totally Japanese anime. This is how powerful these images are in our society. Oh, sex, change, regret. Retransition. Okay, so I think detransition is the same as retransition. Anyway, I'm a bit fascinated by this because it's fascinating. And, if what I've thought is the society shuts down, we can't get food or whatever, just what you have on hand or whatever. What if you can't get these hormones and stuff? Then what? Suddenly you start turning into a girl, you're a burly man with facial hair and chest hair and everything, and you can't get your hormones, and then you turn back into a girl. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe that's remote, but I think of stuff like that. Okay, thank you for watching, and God bless all of these people with peace and love and truth. I think getting connected to the one true God through silence and getting away from culture, that means friends, family, TV, and all the frequencies that are surrounding people that are manipulating their mental processes, you'll be okay. But something else I've noticed, one guy, he had cats, and his cats love him. Cats don't care. Cats are just like, or dogs. You know, they're just no judgment, you know. The rest of us, it's a little hard. We want to figure things out. Anyway, God bless you. Poor men. I mean, women. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.